They're ready? Are they rolling? Ready? All right, very fortunate to have head coach Kelvin Sampson on your left, junior guard Rod Ray on your right, senior forward Dan Randolph. Coach?
Yeah, I think early in the season, you learn not to get carried away with losses or wins. And you're still trying to form an identity with the team, regardless of whether you have guys back or not. Because if you have one new guy and lose one guy, you've got a completely different team, because everything has changed. Roles have changed. Sometimes the attitude will change. So we're constantly fighting to get your team right. But the thing I liked about tonight, other than being a really good team, was how we fought. And we really played hard. And we invested in that game. And the reason why I think it feels so good for our kids is when you invest in something, the result means more, because you gave a lot. But when when you just kind of go through the motions and win, there's not any euphoria or sense of accomplishment because you haven't invested. Well, we invested tonight, and we knew we had to. You guys saw Rhode Island. I mean, a team beat Cincinnati. A team played Duke to a 10-point game. Their losses have been to Duke, at Providence, and at Alpha, just like our losses have been at LSU and at Arkansas. When you're losing to good teams, you don't sit back and over-evaluate. You say, how can we get better? I think that's the thing that I learned most about our team after LSU. There was a whole lot of investment in that game. We needed that. We needed that kind of game because we're not good enough to go show up and win tonight. But I think there was a sense of entitlement with the team that hasn't lost. They start thinking they're better than they actually are. And then Arkansas thought we fought. Obviously, losing Devin was a big hit in that game. But, really enjoyed sitting down. And the Chick and I just had a conversation about his senior year and where he's at, expectations, and he knew going into this game we were going to him. We established that on Thursday. That our game wouldn't go to Chicken. Rob is Rob. In close games, it's not a democracy. You don't throw the ball around, whoever gets it shoots it, unless you're a fearless freshman like our Money Brooks. But just proud of our efforts tonight. This team will help us going forward because this time last week this team was ranked 21st in the nation. They were missing a key player, but so were we. There's two good teams fighting and scrapping. Whoever won this game is going to be a hell of a win for the team that won. This night it was us.
Kelvin, along the lines of fighting early on in the first half, you guys fall behind, kind of get close on the edge of getting back and taking the lead. It's 1 point, 2 point deficit, and then he gets the big shot early in the second half to take the lead. How was it? Just the guys staying in it and not giving up?
But think about how they were scoring. They had 2 threes in 1 second on the shot clock. Think about that. Those are tough shots. That's where you've got to make sure that they understand. That's great defense. Sometimes you play great defense and the ball still goes in. They hit another 3 there at the end where Chicken almost blocked the shot and it went in. But that was with 10 seconds on the shot clock. They scored 8 points off of our hustle. They couldn't get a shot. And then next thing you know, the guy dribbles back and falls away from 28 feet, makes a 3. Don't be dismayed over that. I'm just glad we didn't foul them, because we almost did. Then Rob and Wes were fighting their tail off to get a rebound. They both had it. Next thing you know, it pops loose. They go throw it in. That's 8 points. So I knew that over time, if we kept fighting, that stuff will even itself out. The key is to keep fighting.
Kelvin, you were along the lines of executing and being involved in the game. These two guys, you had 30 free throws. These two guys shot 26 of them and made just about every one of the free throws. Just talk about that aspect of the game.
Well, obviously for us, when we go small, part of our thought process about going small is getting to the free throw line. And we talk about getting to the free throw line every single day. I give Chicken a lot of credit. I'm really, really proud of the time that he spent. I think Chicken knows he was a better free throw shooter than he was last year. But it comes back to investment. If you invest $50, then you're gonna get the interest off $50. If you invest $5,000, you'll get the interest off $5,000. What happens if you invest $50 million? That's time. That's an investment. So we challenge Chicken, invest $50 million in your free throws, and then look at the interest from that. Tonight was the interest off $50 million that he spent, and Rob 14 for 16, Chicken 11 for 12. They're both capable of doing that. But the thing I loved about them was that, you know, usually you have one guy you can go to. Well, tonight, we isolated Chicken on the baseline. He got fouled. We isolated Rob on the sidelines, middle of the floor. He got fouled. And then Rob made the right play, too. You know, this time last year, we were trying to get Rob to learn how to be a basketball player. Now he's learning. His judgment and his decision making has improved exponentially since last year. I think both these guys, we get Devin back and keep growing these other guys. That's why I think this team has a chance. Not right now. We're nowhere near as good as we're going to be later on, but we're headed in the right direction.
Coach, going in the second half, about 4 minutes in when you took the lead, did you do any adjustments at halftime, switch some things around?
Just our zone. And then offensively, it wasn't going to be a democracy. You know, I told them to make sure we knew. You know, the biggest thing is when we go small and they put a big on dot, we want them to switch. And if they switch, then those are screens that we try to slip, which gives Rob an angle to get downhill. Now, if they don't switch, then Rob throws it back for a pick and pop. And that's how Chicken was scoring, and that's how Dot was getting a couple of threes, because Rob made the right play every time. When we slipped it, he got downhill. When they guarded with a show or a hedge, he threw it back to the screener. So those were the only things we did. But sometimes when you go traditional, you give something up. And then sometimes you go small, you may give something up. But you also gain something. And whatever it is you're going to gain, let's make sure that becomes an advantage. I thought our guys did a great job of that.
This is for Rob. Rob, it seemed pretty physical out there tonight. Can you comment on that?
It's all a result of practice and all a result of just watching film of myself with Coach Sampson and the other staff. And, you know, just believing that, you know, I can go get the rebound. So that's all it comes down to, just attitude. Just chose to make a move.
Rob, you was attending some tough games. Did you learn something about your team today? Being able to fight through this and pull it out?
I didn't learn too much that I already knew. You know, I believe in all of these guys, and I think they're great fighters, especially when they get mad, when they choose, you know, I'm about to do something about what's going on. So I didn't learn too much, just hopefully they learn something about themselves, that we can compete at this high level every game.
You had mentioned the last game where you had that big first half and the team didn't need you to score 30 points in the second half. So today, like Coach was saying, democracy, who's going to take the shots up? Did you kind of feel a little different in terms of between you and Chicken and the scoring?
Well, they were fouling us a lot. You know, we were getting to the free throw line for some easy points, but, you know, late in the game, me and Chicken or Dot, you know, we usually have a good matchup that we can attack to not only get ourselves shots, but, you know, get the team good shots. So late in the game, Coach Sampson just liked, you know, me and Chicken's matchup. And, you know, he thought our ability to get fouled or get an easy bucket would be the best option. So that's what we wanted.
Chicken, what was your confidence level like out on the court? You start going early, and you know that it's going to be you and Rob. Basically told them, you start making your shots, you make the free throws. What's your confidence level like? How's it go? Is it improving during the games? I've got this type of thing?
I really had my mindset from the day before, really, after talking with Michaela, so I was locked and ready.
Chicken, when Coach mentions investment and what you 4 years in or 4+, do you see what become?
Improvement.
Yeah, just everything, just from top to bottom.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot lately, but I still got a lot of work to do. Still got to be a better rebounder, so.
Attaboy, Chicken.
Yeah, I only got something to work on.
You came down hard on one of those plays, and it looked like for a minute you weren't even going to be able to stay in there. You were grabbing it, but then I think a couple of trips down the floor, you get a dunk or two. Did it just work out for you?
Yeah, you know what? The team hit me, so I toughed it out.
Kelvin, before the game, I think you told the pregame radio about Devin. What's the update on him and just what?
Yeah, it's these two fingers, his ring finger and his little finger. The gash, the slice went all the way down to the bone in his knuckle. And so they had to do a little surgical procedure to repair that tendon. And then, don't remember how many stitches it was in this little finger. I think it was 3 or 4. But, you know, when you cut that tendon, I didn't realize this, but when you cut your tendon on your knuckle, you can't bend your finger. So he has absolutely no movement with his finger. Now, he can't even do that. So he's going to be out as many as 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, which that's why getting through today was so important. Obviously, he leads us in rebounding, and he's our best interior traffic rebounder. A lot of guys can rebound against air. Good rebounders rebound in traffic, and that's where we got to get this young man